Alright, welcome to my video, and today I'll be talking about how I got fluent in English in a short time. So let's go back in time, 2020. It was the time that coronavirus surrounded the whole world and everyone else, including me, locked in. And I've been invited to a language learning group from a Polish guy I don't even know. He just sent me a link and I clicked on it. Thus, I joined a language learning group which was about learning Spanish, German, including some of the languages I'd been studying. Anyway, I met some people from that group who are from Britain or the United States or from a country that accepts English as an official language. We just started to speak and I was like, okay, I can speak. My level is good enough to speak. No, I'm wrong. I was totally wrong because my level was enough to write, not speak. I was too shy to speak, and apart from that, I wasn't be able to make sentences properly because I hadn't practiced enough before. My level was around A2, between A2 and B1. I could barely speak in English, but I could write properly. But writing doesn't mean anything if you can't speak a language. I believe in that. So I made a decision and tried to speak to myself every single day. Let me give you an example. When I'm hungry, I didn't say that I'm hungry in my own language. I said I'm hungry. I didn't use Turkish in my daily life besides talking to my parents, talking to my friends. I was just using English to express my feelings or express the situation I'm in. It's one of the best things I've done to get fluent in English, and it just took a couple of days to get used to it. It was kind of difficult at first, I confess it. I totally understand you, but the thing is, when you get used to something, it affects you much better than it was. And I kept producing new sentences every single day. It just started with I'm hungry and it just went I'm sleepy. Complicated sentences in Turkish, my own language, and I translated them from English into Turkish. That's why it helped me to get fluent in English in a short time. And the second thing that helped me much is to watch series. It's weird because everyone is watching series right now. Even maybe you're watching a series just before starting out this video, and just after watching this video you'll be watching series. But I didn't really used to watch series during the lockdown, that's why. So let's get to the point. How does watching series help you to get fluent in English? One of the most important things in language learning is to speak fluently. And when you watch a British or American series on Netflix or on YouTube, you just get used to hearing English. And thus, you'll start to pronounce the words correctly in time. And this helps you to get fluent in English. You can surely mispronounce the words like me, because I'm not a native speaker and I learned English after my childhood, so I'm not a bilingual. Even native speakers make mistakes. It's the right to make mistakes for us. The third thing you can do is to write a diary. It helps you to produce the most used phrases and sentences in your own language, because you know how to write a diary in your own language, in your native language. It helps you to write in another language. This skill might look a little bit boring, but I promise you it's worth it. Maybe you'll just start by writing today I did this and tomorrow I'll do this, but in time I guarantee you that you'll be making more advanced sentences using complex words and complex sentences. And the last one that helped me the most is to listen to music. My best friend, my language partner, was a British guy, so I had to make a decision between British English or American English, and I chose British one. By the way, I don't claim that I'm speaking in British English properly. I'm just trying my best. Let me give you an example. When I was listening to British music, I was like, well, they don't really tend to pronounce the sound R. At this point, listening to music helped me very much, because you know what they sound like, or what letters, what sounds they don't tend to pronounce in their daily life, and this way you get more fluent in your target language, which was English for me those years. This was about how I got fluent in English in a short time. I listened to music, I spoke to people, I spoke to myself, I wrote some sentences and tried to make the conversation with me in my diary. They helped me to get this fluency in a short time. And I strongly suggest you to do these things if you're trying to get fluent in English. If you have any questions, you can just ask me in comment section. Ciao ciao!